What's up YouTube? What's up guys? I'm Matt the car guy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much for watching. If you're a brand new person watching this video, thank you for coming to my channel and welcome. Take a look around. If you like it, please hit subscribe and that little notification button. I do car reviews, so I post 2 videos a week. I post one on Wednesday and I post one on Sunday. This is a 2021 BMW M340i. This is a performance version of a very popular 3 Series sedan. And this vehicle was made available to me by my friends over at Fort Lauderdale BMW. So check them guys out. I'm gonna post a link to it in the description of this video so you can check it out, their inventory. If you like anything, I'll post the name and the number. You can call Chris and he's gonna help you out with all of your automotive needs. So guys, we're gonna take a look around this beautiful car. We're gonna take a look around the exterior of it. Check out some of the features that are there. We're gonna take a look at the wheels. We're gonna take a look on the side, back, inside, and then we're gonna take it for a spin. So this particular vehicle is dressed in the beautiful Portimao blue metallic color. Look how nice it looks, especially with all those black accents. If you're ready to take it for a tour of this car, then let's go. Alright guys, so we're gonna start right in the front of this car and check out that grille. It's not as big as some of the other BMWs, but it's very distinct. It's that double kidney grille. It's got the BMW logo on top of it. Unmistakable BMW for sure. This one's got the new light design. This is the BMW LED lights. It has some of these air intakes. Now these are actually going through, so they're actually allowing air to get inside of the engine compartment and cool it off. This is more for the wheels and the brakes. And this, just like with most of the other BMWs, has those louvers that open up when it becomes too hot in there to let more air and cool off this engine. Again, the front bumper, look at this, it's a sport bumper and it has it's wider up front. It's got that lip spoiler at the bottom, the two-tone colors. Again, I mentioned that this is that shadow package, that everything that's normally chrome on this car has been blacked out, and it complements this blue color absolutely great. As far as the hood, big hood with the 2 massive body lines on it. They kind of open up to allow for the maximum airflow, and as well as it looks absolutely great. So we're gonna take a look and see what powers up this thing right now. Hey guys, so let's check out the engine on this car, and you really don't need me in the picture because the engine is a lot more photogenic than I am. Let's walk up on it and let's take a look. Look at this. It's BMW M Performance. Now, like a lot of other manufacturers here, you can see how many cylinders it has, but just simply counting those notches over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you know this one is a 6-cylinder engine. It's not a V6, it's a BMW inline 6 engine. Produces 382 horsepower, which is about 120 horsepower more than the regular 3 Series sedan. It also has 269 pound-feet of torque, but you get all that torque only at about 1800 RPM, so you get it very early. So that should be fun to drive. Honestly, I haven't driven it yet, but I will take it for a ride with you. But before we do that, oh, one more thing. 0 to 60 rated at 4.1 seconds. Now, the all-wheel drive version, it's about 4.4, they say. This is an two-wheel drive version that I'm looking at right now, and it's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. So let's check this out. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the side profile of this car. So when you first look at it, it might look like a regular BMW 3 Series. And you're right, it does, except for this particular one's got, or the M340 Series gets some sport accents. First of all, the wheels. Look at these wheels. They're 19-inch wheels. They're M Series wheels. 225 tires in the front, 255 in the back. So staggered wheels, staggered tires. They're wider in the back, just like a lot of sports cars are. Now, this particular one also has that shadow package. That shadow package makes everything that's normally chrome black to make it look sportier, more modern, and more aggressive. Also, this particular car, if you look at the bottom here, it does have this side lip spoiler, if you will. It's kind of like a sporty accent seal that's at the bottom, and performance badging right on the side. And here, shark fin spoiler, and it wraps around beautifully to the back here. Right, so like I said, it wraps around. Now it does have that signature BMW hockey stick lights. They're LED lights in the back. Very nice, to be honest with you. Very modern looking. It has that M badging and then 340i, so you know it's a performance vehicle. It's not the fully fledged M class, but it is an M inspired BMW. It does have this little trunk spoiler right here that is also not only looks cool, I mean, I don't think it's very functional, to be honest with you, because it doesn't give you any of that added downforce, but for the looks of it, absolutely gorgeous. Two exhausts at the bottom, and those are actually real exhaust. And these are just accents, right? These are just, they're not functional intakes or air outlets, they're just accents. And the reflectors, lights in here, they just kind of fill in. All right, while we're in the back, let's check out the trunk, and let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. So you have this typical BMW key, M Performance, and we can open the trunk. Eternal. Let's check it out. Okay, what do we got here? Pretty typical for its class. Now, the one thing I mentioned at some of the other cars, that this distance right here is very short. Now this one has got a very tall trunk, which is a good thing. You can fit a lot of stuff in here. 40, 20, 40 split on the seats, and also no spare tire. Minus, but that's just me. Let's close this up. Let's check out the inside. Okay, so I normally check out the room in the rear seat, and this is no difference. I'm going to do it right now. Make sure that I can fit in behind the driver. I'm 6 feet tall, so this is just for the point of reference. So if you're looking for it, see if you're going to be able to fit in here. And I have plenty of room. I have plenty of room behind the seat. And wow. All I gotta say is wow. I'm gonna take you with me because this interior looks absolutely fantastic. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so let's first check out the back seat. Look at this nice contrast stitching. Not only it's a contrast stitching, but it's a blue stitching, so that matches the exterior color of the car. The polished aluminum trim and the door handle and the seats, leather seats with the same contrast stitching right here. Now, because it is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, it's going to have that hump in the middle, and you might have a problem fitting 3 people in here, but 2 people sit comfortably. And in the back here, you also have your climate control settings, as well as your 2 USB-C chargers and your air vents. You also have some seat pockets in the back, and that is the back of this BMW M340. Okay, and I know this is just going to be a routine for what I do, and I know how it's going to sound, because all BMWs and Mercedes sound awesome. That sound of the closing door, in my eyes, determines the quality, overall quality of the vehicle, the fit and finish. And let's say one more time. Here you go. Let's go inside. Right, walking up to the front door, same as on the rear door, contrast stitching, lock, unlock, 2 memory seats settings, your window controls, the beautiful decal right here for the M340i, so you know which vehicle you're getting in. And look at the seats. I absolutely love the detail on those seats. Not only they look sporty, they feel sporty, but they look absolutely great. Contrast stitching right here. Empower, those 3 colors, the red, dark blue, and the light blue colors for the Empower, and the rest of it. Let's take a look inside. Alright guys, so let's admire this interior of this vehicle, because it's absolutely awesome. I mean, it does have that live cockpit, which normally is an option for BMW. Now the M340 comes standard with it. It does have the multifunction steering wheel, and you can control pretty much your cruise control, the lane keep assist on this side, or you can control the volume, the tracks, and the menu of the screen right on the right hand side. So this is your radio settings, and then they have the regular settings. As you can see, you can check it out yourself. Alright, so the digital cockpit, some people like it, some people don't. I personally think it looks great. What you have here is your speedometer is on your left hand side. It's got 0 to 160. Top speed on this car, you know, it's rated at 155 miles per hour, so you can pretty much close that speedometer if you wanted to. And you have your tachometer on the right hand side. Now it's set up right now to have that navigation system in the middle, but you can have different settings in there too. Left hand side, you have your fuel gauge. Right hand side, you have your temperature gauge. Both very important when driving, because it might be so much fun to drive that you'll forget you run out of gas. Okay, what do we have here? Your light controls. Okay, you have both side marker lights, you have the dimmers, you have the automatic settings, and you have the regular light settings here as well. BMW steering wheel, this is the M steering wheel, so you can see it's got this little M power sign on here. Now it also has this extra screen, which before it was lacking, was a lot smaller and wasn't as fun. Now this can be controlled through touchscreen. It can be controlled through Hey BMW. I'm not sure where they got this from, but or if this particular model. Alright, so now you have this main screen right here, and what do we have? Like if you put it in the home settings, you can see half of it is, you know, navigation system, half of it is communication, which will tell you that if you have a phone connected or not, and then part of it is a radio. You also have a date, so you know I'm not kidding you when I'm saying, hey, I'm wearing shorts in October, because I'm not in Midwest. All right guys, so what else do you have here? First of all, this can be touchscreen. or it can be controlled through this wheel or dial right here. You turn it to where you want to go, and then you push it when you get to the right option. So this is for your navigation. Okay, home screen is right here. Media, you can control your media through here. You can control your communications through here as well, so you can connect your phone, mobile device, navigation settings. Okay, and you can turn off the display, you can turn it off. Now, installed apps, personal assistant, BMW service, BMW messages, weather. These are BMW apps that are available. We're gonna have some rain here. I hope we're still gonna be able to drive it. I know we will. It just might not be as much fun as in the dry weather conditions. So basically, that is the infotainment system. Now, it might not be as advanced as Mercedes-Benz, but it does have everything that you need. And it's actually more on this car than some of the other ones. So vehicle status, okay, tire pressure, engine oil level, check control messages. Let's see, check control, fuel reserve. Oh, okay, well, we still have 50 miles to empty, so that's okay. Required services. Now we have 10,000 miles before it's due, so it has just been done. It's a brand new car. The car's literally got a few miles on it only. And let's go back to settings. Let's see what settings do. Key button settings. This is interesting because you can set up how the key opens up and what the key opens up. But there's another option on this vehicle that's interesting, and I'm gonna have to find out of where you actually set it up. But you have this, and this is basically a digital key. So you can program this in your phone, and as long as you have your phone, you'll be able to start a car without having the actual key, which is a very cool feature, and a lot of manufacturers are looking into getting into that scene right here. Driving modes. So what do you have? Sport, individual, and Eco Pro individual. Now you do have Comfort, Sport, and Eco Pro. Those are the standard modes. You can change the driving dynamics. Steering in the sport mode can be sport, right? So we can do that. Engine is in the Sport Plus, transmission Sport Plus. We can reset it to Sport Standard if you'd like to. So these are the modes and way of configuring them. Exterior lighting, one-turn turn signal, welcome and goodbye, door lights. Okay, so this is just your light settings. Driver assistance, you have safety and warnings, forward collision mitigation, lane departure warning, active blind spot detection. The settings are available, different settings for those. Speed limit assistance, parking maneuvering, let's see what that is. Automatic PDC activation, automatic. So when activated, the parking view is shown automatically when approaching an obstacle at low speed. Okay, great. Cross traffic warning, love that feature. How many times I was backing out of the space and someone was driving. My car has, a lot of cars have it. It's absolutely great safety feature to have. Steering wheel feedback, vibration intensity. Okay, so this is kind of, so steering wheel vibrations is warning for intelligent safety systems. So basically, if you have somebody in the blind spot, you're getting closer to something, it's not only gonna sound the sound or be visual, but it's also gonna vibrate the steering wheel. Displays, you can check out the different displays for the instrument panel. See, like I said, that was set to additional information, which is basically, like in this case, is a map, but you can check this out and set this screen to your liking. control display, which is the screen that we're looking at right now. Turn off control display brightness at night. So not many features, but they're here. And going back here, door vehicle access, interior lighting, climate control, key button settings, interior lighting, ambient lighting. Let's see how many colors it has. Mercedes brags that it has the 64 colors. Now this one doesn't look like as many, but okay, let's see if we check it out and do it in lilac and white. Let's do lilac. I hope you can see how it changes. I personally love the blue on this particular car just because of the exterior and the interior stitching, contrast stitching on it. So okay, so that's the lights, and this is it. This is your display for this BMW. Let's take a look and see what we have here. What is this button? Intelligent safety. Okay, so all on. Let's turn all of the system on, or you can configure individual, like lane departure warning, collision mitigation, active blind spot detection, and so on. You can configure those individually. You can turn them all on, you can turn them all off. Basically your shortcuts for the climate control and your radio settings right here. I'm looking to see if there's a slot for the CD, and there's not. Nobody's using CDs anymore. Well, some of them do. USB outlet, no lighter. Thank you. I laughed about it when I did the Mercedes. And you have two cup holders right here. Again, check out this trim. Not a carbon fiber, but it's just great looking trim. And here what we have, as most of the sports cars should have, is your regular shifter. Okay, this is an electronic transmission, but a regular shifter for it. Now you have the shortcuts for your different driving modes: Eco, Pro, Comfort, Sport, start and stop engine. That's where you do it. You can turn on and off your parking sensors. You can turn off your traction control. Now electronic parking brake, and you can have the auto hold feature, which allows you to press the brake pedal and just let it go. The auto hold will engage even if you're in drive, and then it will disengage when you press the accelerator. Now you have shortcuts. This is what I was using to control that main screen. So you have shortcuts for media, home, map, communications, navigation, and this is for your BMW apps. And the way you do it is you just turn it. You have the different arrows. If you want to move it this way or up and down, that's going to take you to the different menus and sub menus. So let's go back home in here, and now we're done with the interior. One more thing, I'm going to check out and see the sunroof, how big it is. Is it a one-touch operation? Yes, it is. It's a one-touch operation for the sunroof. And let's open it up. It has the nice windskirt right here, so less air and noise getting inside. By the way, can you hear this noise when I open that sunroof? Can you see how well this car is insulated? When I'm inside of it, you absolutely can hardly hear anything, and when you, like right now, I just closed it, I don't hear any of that background noise. Let's get this temperature up a little bit before we are gonna freeze, or I'm gonna freeze in here, and let's take this for a drive. Alright guys, ready to take it for a spin. Look at this. I mean, it's all fogged up right now. I said fogged up, don't get any ideas. And it's so hot outside, it's cold inside. That's what happens when you're in the tropical climate. But I'm ready to take this beautiful piece of machinery for a spin. If you're ready to come with me, let's go. I'm gonna do two things before we actually take it on the road. The first thing that I want to do is I want to check out its turning radius. I haven't checked it out yet, to be honest with you. So let's see. My archaic way, and maybe this is not the right way, because some of the parking spaces like these ones might be a little bit wider. But okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. It does seem like it turns on the dime basically, so it's got a very good turning radius. Those active seatbelts are pulling me back, so hey buddy, if you're sitting, sit down. Okay, second thing that I want to check out is the rear view camera, and let's see if it makes any noises when we back close to something else. All right, so it does have a regular camera. It has the guides, and yes, it does make noises. The green squares turn into orange and then turn into red when you get closer to an object. Same thing is going to happen when you get closer to an object when you're getting too close to something up front, although I do have this turned off. Now I have it turned on, so it's not going to do it. So you can have the sphere right here, you can see it on the screen, and it's green, yellow, and red. I'm really close to it. Now, it does not have the 360. I like 360. 360s are cool. Camera image, that just basically you can adjust the brightness, contrast, parking aid lines, and obstacle mark. So that is your turning radius and your parking. I would like to have the ability to actually have the 360. Might be an option, I'm not sure. Let's take this for a spin. Sounds nice. It doesn't it doesn't sound like a typical M series, which are really loud, but it definitely has some cool sound to it. All right, please don't rain, please don't rain, please don't rain. So far I don't see it raining. But anyways, we're gonna take it for a short spin. We'll see how it handles. We'll see the acceleration, hopefully the agility and the steering of it. The roads are pretty slick, and we're actually getting into the rush hour, which is not the greatest, but we'll deal with what we have. So right off the bat, obviously I didn't hear or couldn't really floor it or anything like this, but you can feel the power in this car almost instantly, even when you're not pressing the accelerator. And BMW has been known for actually undercutting their power, so basically telling everybody that the power is less than what it actually is. And you know, I've seen it in the other cars. I've seen it in the 7 Series and then the 6 or the 8 Series coupe that I've test driven, that it actually feels a lot more powerful than what the specs say. So 382 horsepower, 385 on Mercedes, so very, very comparable. It's a completely different vehicle though. They both drive great, but they are different in their own, they have their own entities, let's put it this way. This is, you can definitely feel more sporty in this. Mercedes is more luxurious with the sport kick to it. Honestly, like them both. The C63, of course, would be very comparable to the regular M3, which is not out there yet, but if it's going to be out here, we'll take a look at that too. You know, I'm going to turn on the stereo for a second there, but if for the next few seconds you're not going to hear me talking, is because it's copyrighted and YouTube will mute that. So if you've heard it on my previous stereos, That's what it is. Okay, so Tom Petty. Stereo sounds good. As you know, I'm not the audiophile, but you know, there's no static, no weird noises in the stereo. It's actually very nice and clear. Let's put it in the sports mode. It holds on to the gear a little bit longer when you're in the sports mode. The exhaust gets louder. So I mean that it's actually a nice change, and you can basically feel the engine being more responsive, but the whole car kind of stiffens up a little bit as well, as you can hear that rev matching. That's what I was talking about when I was test driving the Genesis G70. It said rev matching on it, but you couldn't hear it. This one was instant. As soon as I let go of the gas and press the brake pedal, you can hear that roar of rev matching in it. So that's exactly what I was talking about. Genesis, if you don't know what rev matching is, check out this video. I mean, that's probably gonna hear that. But okay, so let's see if actually it's got very nice acceleration and smooth as well, so it's not too aggressive, but at the same time it, look at this, very nice, very smooth, very cool sounding. It's awesome. Actually, I'm sorry, Mercedes, and I know I'm partial to the brand somewhat, but I think I would take this over the C43. It's just more me. Different for everybody. So that's why it's always good to check out both of the vehicles that you're looking for. Don't only rely on the reviews, videos, and things like this. But the one thing that I want to point out is do your own research, get in the car, drive them, test drive them, make sure you like them, and if you do, and if you can afford it, go for it. Speaking about affording it, so this particular car is just over $63,000. They start off at about $56,000, and you know, with a few extra options, this car has, it adds up to about 60,000 and some change, just over 60,000. I'm going to post the exact MSRP in the description of this video so you can check it out yourself. So they're not cheap, but they're very comparable with the C43 and the Audi. You know, that would be the RS4 that it compares to. All right, so we can hear, you can feel the wheels kind of spinning out a little bit. The traction control is on, but it gives you that fun factor where the back of this car is kind of slipping, but it gets right back on track as soon as the traction control hits. And let's do it one more time. Yeah, see, it gives you that slip and then it stops. Big thumbs up, BMW. I know I don't review a lot of them. Hopefully soon we're gonna have a lot more BMWs that I'm reviewing, but love the car, absolutely. The feel of it, the dynamics of it, the agility of it. So big thumbs up, guys. If you like watching this type of videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. Check it out, see if there's anything you like. Hit the like, subscribe, share button, however you want to do it. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.